So I'm just going to make a axonometric of the object that I have here. So this is my 3D object here, and it has it's a cube with a cutout in it, and I have here on my left is my elevation of the object and my plan of the object. So I have, looking in from this side here, looking in from here, I'm seeing A in my elevation, that face, and I'm looking down from the top, I'm seeing this B surface here. So I've my dimensions here done, and I'm gonna just quickly do out the true isometric. I'm going to do a true isometric of this to form my axonometric. So to start off, I'm just going to draw a horizontal line any length. I'm going to go up a bit. .30 degrees from the center. I'll draw as a horizontal line here anywhere. 60 degrees from that point. These are going to project up. So I've created my axis there now. So I have my y-axis, z and x. So I'm looking along these axes to find what's up in the that's a small bit off. That should be a bit further out. Just double check this one. T-square was sitting a bit off. So an axis there. Here we go. Right, looking along the x-axis, so I'm going projecting out there from each point. And do the same here. Up here on the right side will be my end view. On the left will be my elevation. And down in the bottom will be my plan of the object. So I can draw in my semicircles here in all my views. I'm only going to be using an elevation and a plan for this. That's all I need. But I'm going to draw in my end view here just for the show how it's done. All the lines, so to draw a line back from the where it hits the center line with the semicircle back to the axis is here. Extend that out because it's going to be a bit further. Then my elevation is going to go in there. My plan's going to come down here. Going through the points again. Just joining up the points. Just gonna highlight these axes here just so I'll know for exactly how we're looking at. So that's my X, Y, Z axis there in the center of the page, and my isometric, axonometric and true isometric. So down here my plan, we have a plan. My elevation is going to be up here, and my end view will be up here. I'm not going to use the end view though. So I have my sheet here again. I've got my elevation here. I'll start off my elevation, so I'm going to be, it's 40 by 40. So I'm going to go up 40 here. And I'm going to go out 40 as well. I have to go out 15 and come down 15 in the top right corner. First I'm just going to join these, just make this a parallel line, square, so it's a parallel line. Same right here at the bottom, going through the point on the right side. 15 and in 15, so down 15, in 15, parallel again, side and side squares. So that there will be my elevation of the object. That's my elevation. Now down to the plan. So again, it's square, it's a cube, so it's 40 by 40 in the plan. I'm looking in from this side A, so I want to put my back of my cube here. I want to, that's, if you can imagine, that's a hidden line on the ground. I'm going to lie that on this side here. So I'm going to be going 40 again. By 40 parallel lines. Coming up 30 from the top, the bottom right corner, and I'm coming in 15. I'm going parallel again. So that's my plan of the object, and that's my elevation. Now, so in the middle is where I'm going to make my axonometric. So it's simple enough. Going to bring this point here. If you can imagine, this point is here. It's on the ground. My lines are at 30 degrees. They're all at 30 degrees, so I can just use my 30 degree set square, or 60-30. So where that point, this point and that point intersect up here, that gives me, that's going to give me a point on my axonometric. That can continue out along as well. Continue out a bit further because it's going to intersect this point here on the ground. That gives me another point just there. Can bring this point here from the top where they intersect again, so there's another point there. There's another point. I can bring my point from here, from this corner that's already brought up from here. that gives me a point here. That's going to be at the back, we won't see that point in there. So it'll just be this, 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 and I'm continuing out from, this should probably be hidden as well. But there's another point at the top corner. There's a point, there's a point. You can imagine that won't be a point, that'll be taken out with the cut section. So my cut section, I can bring it up from the plan here. And from the elevation where they intersect. So that gives me a point here. It's going to be lying on the side. It's going to be lying on this side here. Another point. And it goes up to here, which will be brought back from the plan. Yeah, where they intersect, so it intersects at a point there. Now, this back point, that intersects up here, or what we'll see. So that gives me a point just there. And then this point, the back, you can imagine will intersect here, so just there. And this here, be on the outside. This one is this point here, just there. And that goes vertically down. That goes vertically down, yeah, where it'll be hidden. It won't be seen. So I can draw in the outline of that now. That's the outline of my block, or my axonometric. This surface on top will be B, this surface here will be A.